In 1807, Britain stood before the world and said, "We have abolished slave trade." History celebrates it as victory for humanity. But to the Africans, it was something else. It was just a change of chains. Because while the ships stopped, the system did not. The British abolition of slave trade was not the end of slavery. It was just the end of transporting slaves across the Atlantic. On paper, it looked moral. In reality, it was strategic. Like I've said previously, they are very strategic people. The British had already grown rich off slave labor. Now it wanted to reshape the system without giving up control. Britain began patrolling the Atlantic, and then they started stopping other nations' ships in the name of ending slavery. But you see, while they wore that badge of honor, yeah, they did something quietly. They just turned Africa into their own workshop. So palm oil replaced people as black gold, rubber, cocoa, ivory, all the raw ingredients that made an empire. The slave ships were gone, but new treaties, taxes, and armies enslaved the entire regions on land. So they didn't have to be here to actually benefit from being here. They didn't have to be here to benefit from Africans. Many Africans didn't even know slavery was abolished because they were still experiencing the same thing. So the lie was very simple. They stopped sending bodies overseas. They stopped sending people overseas because they had found profit here. So they didn't just bother. They just decided to stay on that profit. They didn't bother to start sending people to and fro. So the abolition of slave trade wasn't a gift. It wasn't a gift. It was a pivot. Europe realized it didn't need to transport Africans. So it just took Africa itself. And within a few decades, that's exactly what happened. The scramble for Africa began from different parts of Europe. Freedom did not arrive in 1807. Invasion did. The trade ended, but the exploitation did not. They stopped buying Africans and yet they just bought Africa instead. Which one is a better deal, right? 1807 wasn't the end of slavery. It was the rebranding of it. And they've rebranded still. Up until now, they keep rebranding just to trick us. So I'm here to tell you, you need to wake up. For you, you need to wake up. Even personally, on a national level, on a continental level, we all need to wake up. They have rebranded a million times, thinking we'll always be deceived. But there comes a time when Africa would wake up. We need to end this slavery. Physical slavery, mental slavery, economical slavery, diplomatic slavery. We need to end it once and for all. Because they may not be doing any of this now, but they are still oppressing Africans. It's time to break those chains, man. It's time to break those chains. Until next time.